Emmanuel said to me, Donald, you have a deal. I would love to increase my prescription drug prices by 200% or whatever. I would love to do it. It'd be such an honor. Whatever you want, Donald, please. Don't tell the population. Please, Donald, I beg you. Every country said the same thing.
What France has been defending over the past years is a more independent Europe and greater strategic autonomy. In other words, a Europe that takes care of itself and more of its own security.
Europe's faith in America is cracking, and Washington did it to itself. After Venezuela and Greenland, the illusion of a reliable ally is gone. One day, the US snatches a foreign leader. The next, it toys with seizing allied territory. This is not leadership. This is coercion. Europe is finally asking the question it avoided for decades. Can America's word be trusted at all? Venezuela was the warning shot. A blunt regime change operation, no UN mandate, no restraint. Europe protested politely, then quietly nodded along. That silence exposed dependence, not values. When Washington wants results, Brussels swallows its rules. The message to the world was clear. Europe will moralize Russia, but excuse America. Greenland turned fear into panic. A NATO ally, pressured, sovereignty mocked, force left on the table. This wasn't Russia testing Europe, it was the United States. And suddenly, NATO's security blanket looked like a threat vector. If America can squeeze Denmark, no European capital is untouchable.
Donald, you have a deal. I would love to increase my prescription drug prices by 200% or whatever. I would love to do it. It'd be such an honor. Whatever you want, Donald, please. Don't tell the population. Please, Donald, I beg you. Every country said the same thing.
Enter Macron, preaching strategic autonomy. Not out of principle, but fear. His message isn't philosophical, it's survivalist. Allies don't mock allied leaders publicly. Allies don't threaten tariffs against friends. Macron knows Trump's unpredictability could burn Europe next, and Paris doesn't want to be collateral damage in Washington's mood swings.
What France has been defending over the past years is a more independent Europe and greater strategic autonomy. In other words, a Europe that takes care of itself and more of its own security, adhering to NATO frameworks, but investing more. And this is what President Trump spoke about during his first term. And now Europeans need to take on more responsibility. And this is what we are doing. And it is logical.
The EU's problem is credibility. It talks sovereignty, but can't enforce it. Estonia and other hardliners bark loudly at Russia while bowing to American pressure. Loud Atlanticism, zero leverage. Brussels postures, Washington decides. That's not partnership, it's hierarchy. NATO looks increasingly unbalanced. Built to contain threats, it now imports instability from its strongest member. Europeans are told to fund wars they don't control, back moves they can't stop, and absorb risks they didn't choose. Strategic autonomy sounds good, but the toolbox is empty. Against this chaos, Russia's position is consistent. Borders matter, sovereignty matters, agreements matter. Europe's dilemma is self-inflicted. outsourced security breeds outsourced decisions. After Venezuela and Greenland, Europe questions America's word. Macron's call is an alarm bell. But until Europe acts, it's just another speech echoing across an alliance losing its balance.